just like the kids are starting on crazy days, so are some of the teachers. Today, technically, we don't have, the kids don't come back today, y'all, but I have professional development today and tomorrow of this week, and then all of next week. And then the week after, students come back. I don't know. I just don't know, like, what be the purpose. For doing things this way. I just don't know. But it's 8:08 and I am tardy to the party. We were supposed to be there at 8 o'clock, but what they have on the agenda for us to do today, I've already done because I work summer school. So I'm like 3+ days ahead of everyone else. Because I was a part of the planning team to put things, to put things in order, like lesson plans, what teachers should have, So I was the person that was a part of that team when it comes to staff. And so yeah, and also like my room and everything is the model room, so I'm technically, like, it's technically no point in me being here for the next 2 days, but because my contract has already started, technically my contract starts today for the new year, since my summer contract has ended as of last week. I still get paid, so it's like, girl, just go in, fool la la. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. But I was late this morning because I put this unit on last night, but I did not flexi rod it, nor did I hot comb the front. So I had to do that this morning. Then I wanted to, put a little makeup on, look presentable, because Ari had a cold for like last 3 or 4 days, 5 days. We're gonna say 5 days. And it wasn't, thank God, it wasn't major. It wasn't anything, to really, really, really be concerned about. But she still had the mucus, everything, all of that going on. It's just been the two of us because Daddy he was on business this week or whatever. Thank God he is back. We picked him up from the airport yesterday. Thank God. Like, y'all don't understand. Woo. And so, but it was just the two of us, and y'all know, like, we're very, if you don't know, my baby and I, we're very loving, we're very affectionate, like, all of that. So it was like a day ago, like 2 days ago, I was like, this girl is probably going to give me what she has. And literally yesterday, like last night, I felt it, and I was like, oh my God, like, God dang, you know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, I felt it last night, like the first signs of it, and then I gotta stop at the gas station, y'all. I don't gotta look at gas. And then this morning, and then I did sleep. I slept good, but this morning I woke up and it was just heavy up here, just real heavy or whatever. So it's probably like a head cold or whatever. But yeah, let me I need to do tap pay, and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I am back. I'm in the car. I got gas. I'm now at Dunkin', which is literally up the street from the gas station, because, girl, I knew that I didn't care how late I was. I had to stop this morning. Like, I don't care nothing about it. I gotta stop. Oh, they weren't playing. I'm looking at the ring, and it said that he on the way to take her to school. Baby, he was not playing. But that's how I was when he was gone all week.
How about you?
Hey, that's how I was when he was gone all week. I'm like, she going to school, baby. When I get up, we gonna go ahead and take her. Thank you. Because the earlier you take them, the more time you have to yourself. You feel me? And so, yeah. But anyway, y'all, it's so funny because when we were in college, I think we had to be sophomores, like our first semester of our sophomore year. And I remember we used to just sit and tell each other like everything we wanted to do in life and how our family was gonna look and, you know, how our marriage was gonna be and all of that fun stuff. And I used to tell him like, babe, I can't wait until you traveling, doing your thing, and, you know, you get to come back home every weekend or whatever, and we see each other, and it's just gonna be like fireworks and stuff. And, you know, because distance, you know, and what it does, sometimes it makes you guys more distant, literally. And so I was just like, I can't wait until, you know, because it's just gonna make us fall in love even more. It's gonna make us miss each other. It's gonna make us da-da-da. And it's so funny that we manifested it because we literally have that life. And like sometimes, you know, like I know in the next couple of months or whatever, he's gonna be gone like every week in that month. Now the good thing about it is that Ari and I will go with him one of the weekends. Like I already have that set and booked. I have to make a hair appointment. It's too early to put it on the books right now, but I have to make a hair appointment and I have to order my outfits and stuff. But we are going with him the third weekend of that particular month. And then I'm contemplating going the fourth week. It's just back to back, you know. And so, but anyway, it's so funny that like we kind of manifested that life or whatever. We spoke that life into existence. Like that was the plan that God had for us. But it's different with kids because it's like you miss each other or whatever like that, but you like are so tired and kind of just like drained from being the only parent there for that weekend or that week, you know. And so I was just so happy to pick him up yesterday. Like he get free Ubers, by the way, so he Ubers to the airport and I back home, whatever, because he don't want me having to do all this stuff, whatever. So, but yesterday I said, baby, I'll come get you. We were already out. I had just picked her up from school. I was late yesterday, and I said, no, don't worry about it. I'll come get you and everything like that. And I think this is the first time that I was just like, babe, I miss you so much, like just constantly, because, you know, baby was not feeling well the best. But she's just super active. She's still super active. It was just a whole lot. Like I'm pregnant, and I was just like, yeah, like I need my husband home for real. And so yeah, but it's all good in the neighborhood. It's all good. So let me ask y'all this, because I'm contemplating right now. I have about, I'm gonna say a week and a half to decide what I'm going to do as far as receiving more help. So it's between getting a nanny, which before Ari was born, we contemplated getting, it was literally the same thing, getting a nanny or putting her in school. And we factor a lot of things into that. And so ultimately we went with putting her in school, so that she could be around other kids, Now her tuition is hella expensive, and they are going up in the month of September. They gave us a month notice, which I did not find that to be a great thing at all. And so with tuition going up, number one, number two, with me expecting a new baby very soon, I'm just like, we need to figure out if she's gonna stay and we just gonna chop it up and keep doing it, because eventually the baby will be with her. They'll be at the same school. Obviously they're a year apart, so, well, like a year and a half apart, so they'll be in the same school, hell, damn near a class apart, literally. And so are we really gonna pay that for 2 kids starting next blank? You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I was just like, you know, honestly, that's not something I'm willing to do, because it's not like this is the only school on the planet. Yes, it's a great school. Yes, I would recommend it to people, but it's expensive. It's expensive, and there aren't as many incentives. Besides, and I mean the incentives just so happen. Okay, family oriented. And the teachers, they really care. They really care, and I've never not trusted. You know what I'm saying? I've never like been weary of, iffy about the teachers or whatever. So those are some really good traits. Those are really good characteristics that they have. Really great people, just really good people. But again, it just comes down to business. It comes down to finances. It comes down to time, because it's also it's like a 30-minute drive. It's like a 25-minute drive, so it's a 50-minute drive, me going to take her, then me going to work, and stuff like that. And so it's just like okay, what are the other options? And so for us right now, we're looking at either getting a nanny or just changing her school and trying to get both of them at the same school, which if in the DMV, that could be very hard, because spaces be so limited for the smaller kids. I can't imagine for pre-K and Head Start and stuff like that, but for the infants and toddlers, baby, it's a gamble. It is like playing dice, baby. So I have to think about that, you know what I'm saying? And because I don't really have any experience with nannies, I didn't grow up with the nanny or anything like that. When I was growing up, we had our grandmothers and our great grandmothers and our great aunties and stuff like that to help out. So our parents didn't have to worry about a lot of stuff, y'all. But things have just changed, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, just the way the cookie really crumbled, you know what I'm saying? And I would love for my kids to be able to stay at home with my grandma, you know what I'm saying? But it's just not what it is right now or whatever. Especially with us being a family that moved away. And so we have to constantly think about things that, we wouldn't have to necessarily think about or worry about if we were home. And so that's where we are yet again. A year later, asking the same questions. And so, a nanny would actually be cheaper than the tuition we're paying for one kid. I have not looked at, the nanny with 2 kids, but at the same time, it's like, I don't really trust nobody being in my house. I don't know. I just didn't grow up like that, you know what I'm saying? And hell, we didn't even want some family members in the house, let alone, I'm just being honest. I'm keeping it a book. You don't trust everybody in your house. So it's just it's just I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. Tell me if you have had experience with nannies, how your experience was, especially with little kids. Ari, she can talk, but not on the level that I would want her to be talking, for her to be able to advocate for herself and all of that jazz. And then we bringing a whole new baby in the mix. So yeah, but I said I'm not gonna let it stress me out. I'm not gonna do anything like that. We are trying to, I'm looking at the discount that it would be for her sibling to join her at her current school, even with the tuition increase. So we're just her and my husband and I, we're just looking at some different possibilities. But I did, I was very honest and frank with her, the director, and said I gotta make a decision ASAP. And I would definitely let you guys know, obviously, because if she is leaving, we have to put in a notice. We have to put in a month's notice. And so right now I'm just waiting on to get some numbers so we can crunch some numbers, baby, and just see what it's giving. Because like I said, we're about, like, we have friends and stuff, but we ain't no family here. We don't got nobody that, you know, just has the time and space and all of that to watch the kids. So, you know, thank God we work every day and are able to provide for ourselves. My husband does an amazing job of providing for us, but, you know, still there are some things that you still, like, even if you have the resources, shit, you still struggle with. Like, we gonna do this or we gonna do this, like, what's the best? And I really want to keep her at school because she's hella smart, like a sponge, y'all. She's hella smart, and I just love for her to be in an environment that's just continually cultivating her brain, and she's continually learning and growing and thriving. Yeah, I just don't want to go. I don't want to jeopardize the speed of her learning. Like, it's insane, really. Like, with being at home with her dad and I, and then going to school, like, just be for real. Be for real. Cause my car can't get through there, baby, unless somebody's shit gonna be scratched up, and it's probably gonna be yours, and it's beat by the Jeep. Okay. So yeah. So I really want to keep her in school. So she may just switch schools, like I said, and I put them on the wait list, and she go ahead and get in. You know, I also don't know when I plan on going back to work after having a baby. I don't know if I'm gonna go right back after my maternity leave, or or I'm gonna extend my maternity, like do my maternity leave and then maybe, you know, extend it by a month or so. Because I get 6 weeks if it's vaginal, 8 weeks if it's cesarean. So, oh girl, people just not walking in. Yeah, dang, but it ain't no parks. That's the downside of being late, baby. They take all the parks. They not even here. I'm about to call them and be like, y'all think y'all sleep? But yeah, so that's, you know, that's what's going on. These are things you have to worry. These are things you have to not worry about, but these are things that you have to definitely take into consideration when moving away from home, amongst so many other things, guys. But it's there are so many benefits and pros to moving away from home. Unless you just live in a city that's just like that. But child, I feel like you can move anywhere else and make more money than you would in the city I'm originally from. Like, but when you can triple that and quadruple that, you know, it's like, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. So yeah, y'all, I was just rambling today. Just really rambling today. But I'm about to go in, and here they come, just pulling in. Oh, they don't look too happy. I'm about to go ahead and go in, and I will see y'all soon, because I gotta do a baby bump date. So yeah.